Hi, my name is Joe. I'm a fat black belt, and I'm back. So let you guys. I'm sorry to have to say this, but I did not get raptured. I know you really thought it was coming. So let's talk about the weekend. Over the weekend, I basically edited 460 pages of my book. That was so much. By Sunday morning, my jaw was sore from reading. My vocal cords were sore. Like, the way I do this, the last step is I print the whole thing out double spaced, and then I just read it out loud to myself to make sure it doesn't sound stupid, because you will catch mistakes reading out loud that you would never catch reading to yourself. I don't know why that is, but it's true. I sort of know why that is. So that was fun. But I need you to know that basically I locked myself in a hotel room on Friday and didn't leave till Sunday. And if you think to yourself, if you're thinking to yourself, oh, I betcha you ate a bunch of healthy food and did a bunch of exercise in that room, you would be wrong. Super incorrect. I basically just ordered whatever was easy to get into the room. So that was pizza, that was fast food, it was crap. Also, and whatever I could get from like the vending area downstairs. I'm pretty sure I didn't pay for that stuff. Like, I walked up to the front desk with an armful of like Pringles and crackers and cup soup, like ramen, and I was like, hey, can I just charge this stuff to the room? And the dude went, yeah, what's your room number? And I said 433, and he goes, okay, got it. And I just walked off, and I'm like, I don't think anything just happened. I don't think that was a transaction at all. So whatever. There was also, I found out, there was a wedding there, and these people were, it was mostly people from, I gotta look it up. They were from Sierra Leone. Almost everybody in the wedding was visiting from Sierra Leone. I don't know who these people were. I don't know why they were here. I did, however, get to meet the groom in the elevator, and this dude was in a white suit that had these like little sparkly sequins, like these awesome little rhomboid sequins all over it, and he looked awesome. It was the best dressed wedding I've ever seen in my life. I think it was even the best dressed wedding I've ever seen, if you include fictional weddings, right? Maybe that, whatever, Princess Diaries wedding was better dressed, but I don't think so. This was fantastic. And so it was super cool to just be there. And I was almost regretting that I was editing a book that I had already written, because I was like, man, I need to sit down here and like just take notes and be like, what are these outfits, and just like fit them into something in the future. I remember it all, but it was cool. It was super cool. And they were all super nice. Like, everybody there for the wedding was happy, and they were nice and super friendly. And so I was like, that's fantastic. And it almost made up for the fact that my hotel room kind of smelled bad. Fortunately, you got used to it after a few minutes in the room, and I didn't leave the room. So anyway, that's a bunch of nonsense. So that food was crap. It was bad weekend of food. And I felt it on Monday. Like, I felt bloated and hungover and gross. Just like the carb hangover, which is the same as the alcohol hangover. It processes exactly the same way in your liver, so biomechanics, right? So I was like, yeah, this is gross and this is terrible. And so I thought I need to like detox a little from this. So yesterday, first off, I waited quite a bit to eat yesterday, and then I basically made up a thing that was like lentils and oats with some lean ground beef and spinach, and just packed that into a bowl. I think there's some onion in there, and I just cooked that all up. And I'm gonna cut to the video here so that you can see what that process was like. All right, to interject here, this is just what I'm gonna eat. I think, like today, maybe tomorrow. Look, I'm gonna do the 93.7 ground beef. I'm just gonna do that up. I'm gonna brown it. I'm gonna toss in some spinach. I'm gonna do it with some lentils and some oats. That's gonna be the whole thing. This is basically gonna be delicious gruel. Like, I might toss in some of I got some chili crisp here that I'm probably gonna toss in there. Just for some flavor. I keep my soy sauce in one of these squirty bottles to make it easier to dispense. I got your salt, I got an MSG grinder.
I don't know a lot of people that have an MSG grinder. And that's it. That's what I'm going to do. And then I think I'm going to snack on peanuts and cucumbers and my Yasso bar and call it a day, because what a weekend, y'all. This isn't going to be like a cooking video, because literally I'm just going to take these things and put them in this thing and make them hot. Then I'm going to add this stuff and make it wet, and that's the entire experience. Like, it's not rocket surgery.
Okay, that part was just the prep, but the cooking, though, also was super sexy.
This is the result of all that. And if you're thinking, that looks like vomit, yes, it does. Fortunately, it will not taste like vomit. Well, it will after I eat it. At some point in time, in my stomach, it will taste just like vomit. But in my mouth, not vomit. Anyway, I'm sure it's going to be good. But more importantly, this is going to be good for me. And I can eat, at least 3 meals off this. So, ta-da.
Okay, I lied. The cooking looked super gross. But at least the eating was super delicious. So it was good. It was good for me. I basically ate that for lunch. I ate that for dinner. And I threw a little bit of green onion in there for dinner just to brighten it up a little bit. And then I had, I did like a pint of Halo Top last night because, I hadn't eaten much. I had a couple of peanuts and then I went to bed. This morning I got up, I did 2 of those turkey bacon egg white breakfast sandwiches from Starbucks. It's all I've eaten so far, but it's only 10:30. I think I'm probably going to finish off the rest of that lentil stuff for lunch, and we'll see where we go from there. Today is Tuesday, so dinner ought to be turkey breast and a green beanage, and then some gaming. So we'll see how the day goes. Hopefully, Taekwondo today, 4:30 class, take the kids, and then I should, check in tomorrow and see how that goes.